rocky offseason, albeit the rocky part seemed very short.
Yeah, it was brief.
In comparison to some of the other rocky off seasons we've been seeing lately. Seems like they're back on the same page, and they have an even better relationship than before.
I would say it's stronger. I think me and Pete have gotten even closer.
Okay.
I mean, we've always been super close. So, Pete and I, we've always had a great bond. But I think, we have to have a great heart-to-heart. Just, he's got goals. I have goals. We want to do great things, So to actually, really dive into those and really talk about, those missions, those goals, it was fun. So, and so I think, me and Coach Carroll's relationship is stronger than ever.
Sometimes you work through things and you come out stronger on the other side.
They do have a personality connection. They're both very positive guys. Pete's very much, live in the moment, high energy Pete Carroll. That is very much Russell Wilson. They're a better match than people give them credit for, or that either privately would want to admit. They are both. When I think of Russell, I'm just like athletic and optimistic. When I think of Pete, I think of defense and like energy.
Yeah.
They're both big energy guys. They both own the room they're in. I mean, I have friends who have played for the Seahawks. Like Greg Olson told me that Pete Carroll is as good as any coach in his career, high school, college, pro. He said Pete Carroll in the weekly meetings is a wizard. He is so...
And he loves it. Like, he has the energy.
And he's almost 70. He acts like he wears that gum out on the sideline every game.
It's funny you mentioned what a good pair they are. Because I think I'm thinking of Tom Brady and Belichick. I think that for the major duration of Brady's career, Belichick and Brady were a good pair. Because even though now we're seeing a different version of Brady, I think Brady is a good match for Arians at this point in his career.
I think Bill and Brady very much appreciated the intellectual side of the game, and they were both
the discipline.
Totally disciplined and also very aspirational.
Yeah.
They both want to be the greatest ever. I think Bill tends to be a little crankier and Tom tends to be a little more joyful as a guy.
I'm saying like personality-wise, maybe not, but the principles that they both had matched for the majority of his career. And then once he got all of the rings and wanted a little more flexibility and wanted to do things a little differently, and Bill's more rigid, they kind of went their separate ways, and now he's in a new match situation.
I think Andy Reid and Mahomes now are the template for what you want. You have a very creative, sort of funny, joyful guy who loves football, and you have this very clever, creative quarterback who loves to be fun, but also likes to be creative. I think Mahomes and Andy Reid, the personalities feel very similar to me. By the way, Breeze, intense. Sean Payton, uber intense.
I think your brands kind of have to match.
A little bit.
In order for it to work.
No, I mean, it's a real thing. Like, it'll be interesting because Urban Meyer's super intense and Trevor Lawrence is very southern and laid back. Let's see how that thing works out over time.
So Cam Newton, speaking of Belichick, is battling with Mac Jones to be the Patriots' starter this season. And even though, obviously, Mac Jones is there to be the future face of the franchise, Cam fully supported the team's decision to bring in another quarterback.
Let's be honest. I've been playing this game long enough to know, that's the right pick. Mac and Cheese is a person who is, ever since I've seen him, has came on into the locker room with the business approach, doing the initiatives of learning his teammates, understanding that, I got to raise my level of play. When Mac was picked, there was no type of ill will because, competition breeds out the best in everybody.
Mac and cheese.
I'm not a huge fan of that. It seems like a kind of an lazy, carb-filled.
I think it was mac and cheese day yesterday. I love mac and cheese.
Oh,
I don't know if I want mac and cheese to be my nickname, though. So Patriots training camp begins July 28th, and their bye week actually isn't until week 14.
Well, that's a bad bye week. By the way, we talked about, I didn't think Mac Jones was going to play this year. I really didn't, but you look at New England's schedule, there's a lot of W's early. If you're playing with Cam, a veteran, I just don't think you can mess around with Mac Jones in that division. Buffalo's clearly better, and Miami right now to this morning has better personnel than New England. I don't think you can mess around with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, Belichick's obviously, you saw what they did in the offseason and free agency, so that he's not laying down this year. Unless Cam is a disaster, which I don't anticipate, or gets injured, I don't think we're going to see Mac this year.
That's my feeling, but, you hear differently. Joy with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
Remember, top of the hour, yesterday was AFC predictions, all the divisions and the playoff seeding. Today, in 15, 20 minutes, is the NFC predictions. Trying to keep it light this summer without compromising flavor? Try your favorite sub in a tub. You can elevate any sub or sub in a tub by getting the juice at Jersey Mike's Red Wine Vinegar Olive Oil Blend. It's how a Jersey Mike sub gets its exquisite zing. It's how bites get boosted. A great sub becomes an even better one. Everything is freshly prepped at Jersey Mike. The meat and cheeses sliced right in front of you. My go-to's number 7, turkey and provolone. Had it yesterday. Jersey Mike's turkey, 99% fat-free and raised without antibiotics.
News.
Well, the Bucks evened the finals last night, 2 games apiece. And one of the big moments in the game was Giannis's block over DeAndre Ayton. It was just over a minute remaining. Devin Booker tossed an alley-oop up to Ayton. Giannis denied him. I think we probably normalize how athletic, just how intense this actually was to do. But let's take a listen to the block.
Now Booker with Tucker on him. Throws it up for Ayton. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis.
It's great.
It's a great block. I don't know why they didn't show the replay at any point. Like, everyone was just sitting there waiting for I'm like, did they not show it because it was like really an egregious foul? Or like, why are they not showing this? It was an unbelievably athletic play by Giannis and a great block. Once again, I just beg you to stop comparing every single big block to LeBron's chase down block in Game 7 of the Cavaliers' only championship.
That's the biggest block in NBA history.
I'm not going to say there's a close second because I don't know and do more research before saying explosive statements like that. But yes, it's absolutely the biggest block in NBA history.
Yes.
Stop comparing every block in every series to LeBron's chase down block in this game. Like, they beat the best regular season team in NBA history to win the first Cavs championship. LeBron goes back to Cleveland. Like, there's so much. And this was in Game 7. Like, this is Game 4.
Yeah, this is the biggest block in my life of watching the NBA. That was the biggest defensive play, arguably, in NBA history. Now, there's been a lot of great Jordan in Utah. There's been a lot of great offensive plays, and those are the ones we remember. This is the big defensive play in the history of the league. That's it.
You know, I was just thinking about this because everyone keeps being so... we're all prisoners of the moment, so I'm not going to say that I don't do this as well. But you could argue that block was the biggest moment in NBA playoff history.
How about this?
Because the shot was in the first round, like the Michael Jordan shot.
Right.
The infamous shot was in the first round of the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. And even the Ray Allen shot, and I know Heat fans are going to kill me for this, but it was still in Game 6. They still had to come back and win another game.
Well,
that block was in Game 7.
If you ask me the biggest plays in NBA history that are at the top of my head, it's the LeBron block, it's the Michael Jordan shot kind of pushing off Brian Russell, it is the Magic Johnson hook shot down the lane against the Celtics when he drove the lane and did a hook shot. Those 3 just jump out to me. Now I'm sure there's other ones, but I'm just saying top of mind, it's the Magic hook against Bird and the Celtics.
I think the game that it is it a deciding game in the NBA Finals?
That's huge.
And not that saying these other moments aren't huge, but if you're talking about the most impactful play, it's got to be in a Game 7 of the NBA Finals to me. And it's got to be something that either saved the game or was a walk-off, like the game-winning shot.
You know, it's interesting watching this game last night. Fans always rush to blame the officials. Devin Booker fouled.
The officiating was not great on either side.
Now, the reason you have to be careful about crushing refs, and here's the reason why. Because when you get to the NBA Finals, especially into really crucial games, referees tend to back off. They do not want to decide this stuff. Now, it was a foul on Devin Booker. But I've watched this for years and years. Years ago, there was a LeBron, Kevin Durant moment where LeBron was basically riding Durant early. I think Durant was at OKC, and I don't remember exactly, but it was on the baseline, and the refs let it go. You have LeBron and KD, the top 2 players in the league, on the baseline. The refs are going to let the players decide.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. But there was just like
that was a foul.
How is Booker not in the game? Still in the game?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, that was a foul. By the way, all you fans out there, Phoenix commits 17 turnovers. A ref can't miss a call. I mean, Giannis has missed 50 free throws in the playoffs. A ref can't miss a call. It's a remarkable how fans hold officials and not their own players who cannot hit a free throw accountable.
I'm with you, but I think it was rough on both sides. The Suns are favored by